through the Rome chapter, and I want to be able to introduce our guest today. Our guest is coming in from Italy. Before I do that, though, I do want to say my name is Clarissa Burt, and I am co-hosting today with Mark DeNunzio. He's coming in from Gulf Breeze, Florida. Hey, Mark.
Ciao, ciao.
He is a trustee of the Sons of Italy Foundation and also co-chair of the National Membership Commission and Tech Committee. He's also very involved with the OSDIA Lives that we have been doing every week. And we welcome you all to bring somebody in from the motherland. This is a friend of mine, so I'm thrilled to be presenting today. He's coming in from Rome, Italy. His name is Carmelo Cutuli. He's, again, a friend of mine. He is the head of the OSDIA chapter in Rome. So welcome to you, Carmelo. It's so good to see you with me. I haven't seen you since February when you handed me this. Yes, it is. I'm going to show it off very proudly. I do as frequently as I can because I am an honorary member. As I said, I'm an honorary member of the OSDIA in the Rome chapter. So welcome.
Thank you, an honor and a pleasure to be here with you. And I would like to say simply, ciao dall'Italia, ciao da Roma.
Ciao da Roma. Listen, we've got a lot to get to. And the first question that I want to ask you is, how did the birth of the Rome chapter of the OSDIA come about?
Okay, I was a member for some years of the members at large of the other Sons of Italy in America. And at the time I worked for regional government, the Sicilian regional government, in fostering the Sicilian goods in the United States. And I knew that the Italian American and American of Italian descent communities, and I was very hit by them, and I thought that in the motherland, in Italy, we don't think about our brothers and sisters that built the United States of America, and I was so grateful for the personal and professional support that Italian Americans are able to give to us. And I thought something to be grateful of this have to be done. And I proposed to a plan to the headquarters of the order. And I proposed to build a lodge in Italy with the purpose to foster the relations between the Italy and the USA. And now we have it. We obtained the charter of this lodge. It's called Capitolo di Roma. Yeah. Capitolo in English we say chapter. It is more like a chivalristic order. Yeah. And we are the knights of the beautiful history of the Italians that built America. And we are very grateful to you to have trusted on us. And we are going straight away in our activities. At this time,
and I was there that day, Carmelo. I was there the day it launched. I was there. Yes, I was there. As we all know, I showed you my certificate. I do want to remind everybody, by the way, we've got Justin Smith on moderating our call. So please go ahead and ask any questions to Carmelo that you may have. I know that one of the questions that we've been asking Carmelo, and then I'm going to go over to Mark for his questions. I know that one of the questions that we asked pre-show is, how is Italy doing?
Okay. We are overcoming this very strong pandemic emergency, and we are now out of the lockdown. You know, we have had a death toll so high in number and in numbers, and we lost so many people, and this is a very sad thing. And now we are facing an incredible economic crisis, and we are hoping our institutions will
step in and help.
a plan, something, a project.
But when we spoke before, you said, what I really loved about what we spoke about pre-show is that you said, but we're always hopeful. That we're, you know, the Italians are full of hope, and they're full of, you know, they're full of conviction that this is another moment, that they're going to get through it, and that, again, you're
of course, absolutely. We are Italians, we are genius, we are hard workers. We built, but we will go out these troubles, and we will regain our leadership in Europe. Italy, before, at least before the outbreak, was the seventh economy of the world, and third in Europe. And so we have to target overcoming this outbreak and regain these positions and boost them.
And I know you're working on that every day. Mark, I know you've got a couple of questions for our guest, Carmelo, coming in from Rome.
Yes, thank you, Clarissa. First, I wanted to say that we are confident they will overcome, because we are of Italian descent. Our ancestors built the Roman Empire. It's hardwired in our DNA to be successful. So we will overcome this, and our brethren in Italy will do the same. Thank you. And I just wanted to ask, we talked again pre-show about the fact that our founder, Vincenzo Solaro, who's famous over here, and there's a monument in New York to him. He is a virtual unknown in your country, in Italy, and in Sicily, where he comes from. Can you tell us how you're trying to rectify that and do something to recognize Vincenzo Solaro in Italy, and particularly in Sicily?
Yeah, because I was born in Sicily, like Sellaro. He was from Polizzi Generosa. There is a town very close to the Palermo city. I was from Catania, the other side, on the east coast of Sicily. And I'm so sensible to this issue. And I wrote a letter to the Italian president of our republic, Sergio Mattarella, from Palermo too, and asking him, letting him know about the life and the works of Vincenzo Solaro. And I also wrote to the vice president of the Sicilian regional government, Gaetano Armao, and he answered, and he gave his complete availability in letting to do something to let Sicilians know about their brother. Vincenzo Solaro. I wrote also many articles on the Italian press, you know, and I would like to, yesterday I wrote also on the We Italians. There is the magazine run by our friend Bertolucci. I wrote a very a nice article on the about the Italian immigrants in the United States. So we are very sensible to this kind of problem, and one of the mission of our Capitolo di Roma is to let Italians know about a man that built in the United States the first Italian hospital ever, because Vincenzo Sellaro built an Italian hospital in New York, and he built also our order, and he also fought the Mano Nera with Joe Petrosino. So we are speaking about a giant, and it's so sad that Italians don't give him the tribute as he deserves.
Yeah. There's something else that I wanted to just jump in here with that I know about. When you instituted the Rome chapter of the OSDIA, you also wrote to the Pope, you wrote to the Vatican. And what did you do? Because you're a professional journalist, right? So I know that writing for you comes that's all you do. You write, and so you wrote to the Pope, and you said, "Just want to let you know, we've got an OSDIA chapter here in Rome."
Okay, I'm not a professional journalist, but a publicist. In Italy we have a difference, so
yes,
I have to say. Okay, and yes, I wrote to the Pope, and the Cardinal Parolin is the Secretary of the Vatican States, answered to me and give his personal and the greetings of the Pope to this new association, this new experience. And we have a letter, and it now is on the home page of our
the letter of congratulations.
Website.
A letter of congratulations to the Vatican.
We are waiting also a letter from Sergio Mattarella. So give us a little space on the official website. We will send you many of these milestones.
So, you know that I lived in Italy for 30 years, and obviously I had the honor of speaking one of the most beautiful languages, not the most beautiful language on the planet, which is Italian. I know that you are really passionate about, sending and keeping that language alive through the generations, and also about cultural diplomacy. Why is that so important?
You hit the point. People in the world think that Italian is spoke only in Italy, in the booth. Okay, that's not entirely true, because we have in many nations we speak Italian as an official language. In Africa, I have a list. We have in Eritrea, sorry,
Eritrea.
say in Italian, and in Switzerland, there is a part where they speak Italian. Also in Malta, in Croatia, Slovenia, in Argentina, Italian is the main language after Spanish. Yep. Also in Brazil and other parts of Southern America, and also Italian is the language of the Catholic. Is spoken not only in the Vatican, within the Vatican state, but also the sovereign military order of Malta speaks Italian as an official language. So we have something like 90 million speakers worldwide of the Italian language. Also in America, our order foster the Italian school, Italian language schools, and is incredible. 90 million speakers of Italian, almost 70 million of whom are native speakers. So it is a very big community, and one of our missions is to support this community. So speak Italian, do not speak Spanish, do not speak German,
Right. It's a gorgeous
speak
language.
French.
I mean, I'm thrilled to be able to speak it.
Yes, but
Justin, are you trying to get my attention, Justin?
No, sorry, I had to.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure. That's okay. Again, everybody, I'm reminding you that if you have any questions, please do write them in the chat boxes because Justin is there to moderate and make sure that Carmelo gets any questions that you do send to him. Mark, I know that you were very enthralled with the Dante D podcast, and I don't know if you know that was my voice on that podcast.
I know that. Yeah, I know that. That was.
I'm just saying, I had friends in Rome, and so what did you want to ask Carmelo about that?
I wanted to know that you put it out virtually online, but originally you were saying that it was going to be a live presentation. Just tell us who. I know Clarissa was involved in the Dante D for Dante Alighieri, who is the father of the Italian language. I think he's recognized as the father, or that's what I've been told, the father of the Italian language. And this was in March that you put this podcast that went out through our OSDIA Facebook page. And tell us a little bit about the background and the production of that. Clarissa was involved and helped narrate it. And we had passages from the Divine Comedy of Dante, a sentinel literature work. Tell us about the production, please.
Mark, this connects very much with what we are saying before about the Italian language. Okay, you know, Dante Alighieri is called the father of the Italian language, and we learned by one of our members that on March 25th, we have had the Dante D. That was a project, an official day of Dante that was supported by the Italian Ministry of Culture, and so we went to the Ministry of Culture, Italian Culture in Rome, and spoke about this project. It was a live meeting, a show to be held in the Scotch Chapel in Rome, with an actor reading Dante verses and many other things. And it was an occasion to introduce to our stakeholders, the embassy, other institutions, Italian, the representative of the American universities and schools that are in Rome. And unfortunately, with the pandemic emergency, we have had to cancel this event. But we decided to switch it online, and all the contents we collected about the event, I've had one, the voice via WhatsApp by Clarissa. It was very nice, so kind, and was great in introducing these verses that was already in Italian language, but with the text in the official English version of the official English version of the Divine Comedy by Emanuele Carucci Viterbi. He's an Italian actor. He has a degree in the London Academy, and he said, I can also read the Divine Comedy in English, in perfect English. And we said, no, you have to read it in a perfect Italian, and was very wonderful. I know Clarissa went to the academy, attended the academy, and how was Emanuele in interpreting?
It was great. It's fantastic.
Right.
Yeah, it was really great. I tell you, there was so much buzz around that Dante D podcast. I mean, there was so many people were talking about that. And one thing that I did want to touch upon with you that we haven't talked about yet is your soft blog. I think it's something rather newish for you, but you have this amazing website that's a blog where you do a lot of writing, and I wanted to touch upon that. What is it that I know that you do a lot of institutional, public relations, and you're a master connector, but you decided you didn't have enough to do, so you started a blog called softblog.it, correct?
Is a soft power.
Soft power. Soft power blog, yes.
You know, we call soft power the power to influence. Is what the U.S. Department of State called public diplomacy. It's something like that, and I choose this title for a blog. There is a blog about the institutional life in Rome, so in Italy, and it's working. I have many readers, very important readers.
Yeah, I know it took off really quickly, and it's really well followed.
It was a surprise to me, but people know me when I in events, conference, and give me compliments. I read your blog. I'm so glad for this.
Yeah, I mean, it's a phenomenal blog, and that, you should tell people to look it up. It's softpowerblog.it.
Yeah, so we have also an international edition. Is .com, the same, but .com, and is no more than an hobby for me. But in the future, maybe we may transform in a magazine or something else.
Mark, have you had a chance to take a look at Carmelo's blog yet?
I have not, unfortunately. I'm reading all his other stuff. His newsletter was fantastic that he put out. The first newsletter from the Capitolo di Roma was just amazing content and look. You know that Carmelo's in the public relations field and the communication field for the professionalism of the products that he puts out. They're all first rate, and he represents well the order, the sons and daughters of Italy. And we're very happy that to have him as a representative in Italy and help us network over there with other people and to expand. I have a quick question, and I think we are showing your website. I think we have that content. Is that correct, Justin, that we're putting out? So
it's in the body of the interview.
It's in the body of the interview, because we've had several of our members contact me and say, I have relatives in Italy and they would like to join the lodge in Rome. How do they go about that? So now we have a contact and an email so that they can get in touch and perhaps join, and they can. I know that you're just doing virtual meetings now, but they could still take part in that and become a member. So we appreciate that, and as Justin said, it's in the body of the Facebook content, so it's available if people want to send that information to their relatives.
Mark, I think at that point I'd want to ask Carmelo, what are some of the philanthropic thoughts and ideas that the OSDIA, Capitolo di Roma is thinking of doing?
Sorry, first I would like to
please do
to go. Yes, we are open to accept new members, and especially in particular, we are open to accept relatives, the Italian relatives, or the other members that in the United States. So please call your relatives in Italy and say that there is a low Jerome, and we have members in every part of Italy. So people join us for the for our meetings that are held monthly. They come to Rome by airplanes from Sicily, by train from Milan, and so no problem. Now we are holding our meeting online with Google Meet, so no problem at all. So please contact us and apply for your membership. Philanthropy, yeah, this is a very important point to me, because I think that you know the golden rule. Yes, you know. The golden rule is what you learn when you go in every club, in every circle, when you go in society. And when you are so lucky to receive some good from your community, you have to give back this good, and we would like to do this. And I spoke to my friend. It's called Paolo Battaglia La Terra Borgese. It's so difficult to say, because he's from a noble family, and he's a critic of arts, and I asked him to let we know about painters, writers, and sculptures, and so on. We can promote in the United States, in Italy also, and we would like to spread the word our talents, our competences, and our skills, and the younger the better.
Awesome. Justin, I think that you've got a couple of questions there for Carmelo.
Absolutely. Well, first of all, we have people...
Brace yourself.
We have people checking in from all over the United States, from the East Coast, West Coast, Midwest. So you're getting a lot of love from Sons of Italy members from all over. One of the first questions we had come in was, how did you end up in Rome from Sicily? Did you ever live in the US full time, or did you go straight from Sicily to Rome? I don't know if you want to touch on that at all.
I worked so much with the United States, and Clarissa listened to me. I lived some months in Hoboken. You know,
Sinatra
Clarissa,
territory.
Frank Sinatra was born there, December.
knows
Sinatra territory.
And I was very often in Chicago. I have many friends there, and in Atlanta, in Houston, Austin, and also, of course, New York, and New Jersey is in my heart. When I was in Hoboken, I lived in an apartment that was in the same block of the waterfront. So going around the building, in the night, I sat with the New York skyline and the Hudson in front of me, and it was life. You saw the life, and I go with my brain at the 9/11, and I think what in the landscape on that day was seen by the waterfront. It was an Italian woman in Hoboken said to me she have seen like a film the airplane and everything, the smoke and the terrible sound of this. Sorry, but we have to remember.
Absolutely. So you were in Hoboken for a while. How did you end up in Rome from your native Sicily?
I lived 35 years in Sicily, and the rest I'm 51 in Rome.
Fantastic. Well, we're getting tons of feedback from our listeners and our viewers about how excited they are to have a connection to Rome, and how great they think that, this kind of a reconnecting with Italy, with the sons and daughters of Italy and America. Are we looking, another question that came through, is there looking to be another lodge in Italy? Maybe Milan, Naples, or is Rome?
Rome was not built in a day. I cannot say only this. But at these times, I think there is no sense, because we built a group from all over Italy, and we are consolidating this group. We are making this group acquaintancing. So I think now, probably in the future, but I repeat, Rome was not built in a day.
It took us 115 years to get a lodge in Italy.
No. We can.
Yeah, and now we're talking about putting another one in within a year. So yeah, like you said, Rome wasn't built in a day. Piano, right? Piano.
Yeah. Well, if the lodge is pulling from all over Italy, it's like you said, Carmelo, it's kind of consolidating and bringing Italians from all over the boot into.
Can I just interject? Carmelo, do you want to give the website of the OSDIA Capitolo di Roma?
I have
the
to
website
write.
so that people
So
can
that's also on the body of the.
Okay.
Yep.
I think it's better, because it's not very simply to.
Very good.
To
okay.
So it's better to.
As long as it's there and people can find you.
Absolutely. I think that's it that we have.
So excuse me, Justin. We have to say that our website is in Italian language, okay? But the visitors can click on the newsletter banner. Opening the PDF newsletter is written in English, so they can probably
catch up on everything.
Yeah, the chance to.
Fantastic, and the lodge email is also included in the body of this interview. Yeah. So if you want to reach out to Carmelo, that's a great way to get a hold of him.
You reached our secretary. I would like to be mentioned is Claudio Frasca, and is of course he can answer in English, in Italian, and probably also in French and many other languages.
Okay.
Fantastic.
I'd like to thank the Sons and Daughters of Italy and America for allowing me to host my friend, along with Mark DeNunzio, this fabulous live. We love doing these, and every week I know that there are going to be more lives, so you're going to want to be on the lookout for those, because the OSDIA is bringing some really, really phenomenal and great guests, Italian and Italian American, that just kind of make it really kind of warm and fuzzy to be an Italian. So, and there's lots of education, lots of things to learn from them. And so I want to thank the OSDIA for having me again, always here and available when needed. Mark DeNunzio, any last words?
Yes, I do. I just wanted to share the screen and say that if you're interested in becoming a member, please go to our website, www.osdia.org, and click on the membership tab, and to see if there's a local lodge nearby, or you can always join as an at-large member. And I also wanted to say, please like and follow us on our social media platforms: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, and Pinterest. So that's all for now for me.
Carmelo, thank you so much for your time. Thanks
You're welcome.
for being our guest, and thank you so much for making me an honorary member of the Rome chapter of OSDIA. So everybody, I think with that, we're going to sign off, say thank you, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you, guys.
Ciao.
Ciao, ciao.